All right, we got our first mark set up right here at 16 inches. We're gonna do 16 inches. We're gonna break its back. Then we're gonna measure out 32 inches and then cut it completely off. And we're gonna make two halves that kind of fit together like that. So it's gonna be a 16 inch tall, 32 inch wide stainless tank. Here we go. I put this paper on here to keep myself from having any issues with contaminants. I don't want this stainless to start rusting. So I'm gonna get it right on this edge. Clamp this thing down. All right, that's pretty close bend. So I can get my stuff swapped and move it, get out to the 32 inch side now. All right, this is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the neck, but I've got to move this material from this table over to my small transfer table. So I got a small enough area where I can bend this down and not have to cut it completely off. I'm gonna make one more cut. I just discovered that if I break its back right here, transfer it over to the other table like I was just talking about, I can bend this down and then I can turn around and bend this, and then I can make the complete outer shell, and all I gotta do is do the end caps. So that's what we're gonna try to do. I'm gonna try not to cut this piece of material in half at all. So let's see how it goes. push it up like this. Hang on a second, hang on a second.
Why don't I hold the table when you bend?
Yeah, get on the table. Get up here on the table. Hop up on here. You just ride it in the middle. Stand up here like near this for now. Or yeah, like get up on here. What? What? Oh, here. Get over here. Get over here. You can't stand up because this is gonna come up and hit you. Just like get on this side of the table. You want all your weight over here. Not over here. Like this right here. Or something. Alright, don't touch it. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm picking you up and the table up. Huh. Well, that ain't exactly. Wait a minute. Alright, we're about to shift this thing over to this table because you're not picking this table up. Alright, hop off. I'm going to reposition the table. In there,
Yeah.
you see kind of where the heat's coming through. I need a little bit more right in this area. I need a little bit more down there, and then I need a little bit more all the way at the very top. That could be a lot of the reason why it wasn't bending very easily. Clamp, I think this is called. Just take a guess. What does it look like?
Bolt clamp?
Nope.
Twist clamp?
I mean, no, not really. Does it make a certain shape?
A horseshoe?
If you get close, a C-clamp.
You still want me to get up there?
Nope. Because we ain't gonna pick this table up. I need you to get up right here now. Alright. Get on there and we're just gonna push up and just fold it right in place. Okay, alright?
Am I done now?
Almost. See, boom, those corners meet up perfect. So the reason why I did this like this, alright, so I broke its back, like broke the metal's back so I could bend it, right? So I bent it, and that way I've got to weld these seams because I cut a lot of material out, but they're not loose pieces. So I'm not having to hold all the pieces I've got to deal with is right here.
Yeah.
I just got to get it up, pull this in. I got
So you want me to push on that?
Well, no, yes.
Well, no, yes.
Yes, but like what I'm saying is the reason why I did it this way is for the fact of I only have to make one solid weld seam. Now I've got to weld the rest of it, but
You got a weld right here.
no, I know. But what I'm saying is it's like you count the pieces. How many pieces we got here?
4. Oh, 2.
No. Well, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, but we've really only got one piece.
Just 1 piece of metal.
Because it's one piece of metal. I just broke its back. So, but if I would have cut this piece, and then I would have cut this piece, and I cut that piece, then I would have to put these two pieces together, weld them, wrestle with those, get those lined up perfect, weld those, you know what I'm saying? So like this makes it so much easier. So now all I gotta do is just line up this one seam right here, weld it up, and then weld, I'm done. As far as this structure goes. But I appreciate your help. I'm gonna get this thing all tacked up. We got it all tacked up right here, all across this one seam. So all I gotta do is fully weld this one seam and have to deal with it, but then I'm gonna weld the other ones anyway to keep the, from where I cut the material down so far. But this is what one of those seams looks like. It's just got a nice big bevel on it. We got our end caps laid out here, so we're about to cut them with the old Milwaukee. All right, let's get this baffle stuck in here. See what it looks like. Oh yeah. Right on. That shows me kind of how I need to square up a little bit. I've got to get my square set just a little bit better on these sides, but it's okay, because that's why I'm doing it this way. These blocks right here are just going to help me hold it up where I get the base tacked and start working these sides. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, we got our first end cap cut. I'm gonna get it tacked in a couple places over here and work it in. We've got this end piece all tacked on here, all the way across, all the way around. Get this side all pulled up. It's looking sharp. Got my 2-inch pipe fittings that's gonna hold the fill and the pump. They're gonna go here. The rest of the top of the box is gonna be used for some pipe fittings, a basket, or some Milwaukee pack outs. So. got a piece of this scrap material. I'm gonna flush it up right here, clamp it. Then I'm gonna set both of those bungs right there, tack them in good, and then that'll hold them perfectly flat. Before we get these bungs welded in, the threads stop right here on this end. This side, this is where the threads start. But if the post or whatever they're gonna thread down in goes a little too far and threads in, it's gonna stop it right here and it's not gonna get tight. So we're gonna stick them in here. We're gonna bore this back side out so the thread will pass all the way through, and then we'll get these things tacked in. All right, we got our pieces machined, so we're gonna get them tacked in here. We got these tacked up, so we're gonna move on now to get this end plate in. We're having a little bit of a hard time getting this piece in. It's a little racked over here, so I'm gonna put this clamp on, see if I can pull it and make it do what I need it to do. Oh no. All right, right now I'm about to install this lift point. He only wants one single lift point in the back because this tank's really not that heavy, so he can scoop it up with the excavator and just kind of dangle it, and they can position it and do whatever they got to do. So I'm gonna get this in place, but before I do that, I'm gonna weld this section right here so I don't have to get behind this and deal with all that. So let's get this welded up. This is the fastest and easiest way that I can think about centering this up and making sure that it holds it kind of where I want it. Inch and a quarter. right, well, the tank is all welded up. Now we just gotta get the tabs on it so he can bolt it down. We're gonna take this 2x3 tab right here. We're gonna come in off the end 3 inches. Come in off the end about 3 inches right here. So about right in there somewhere. We're gonna place this tab right here. Turned out all right. We're down to the important part now. I've got the tank welded up. I got the tabs installed. I've got a plug right here that I'm going to put in this side. And then this is my pontoon tester that I made. And I've got it adapted from 1/2 inch to 2 inch. See if this thing will thread in here nice and easy. Hopefully it will. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that off. Plug my hose on. Alright, I'm only gonna take this thing up to about, I don't know, 3 PSI or so, and just see if it'll hold it, because I don't want to pressurize it too much and cause any damage. So I'm just gonna pump it up to about 3 and see what happens. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? I'm probably not even gonna put 3 in it, honestly. Yeah, see, it's already pushing itself back out. I'm just gonna take a piece of tape and line it right up with my needle. I should be able to tell, but let's spray some bubbles on it. Go ahead and hit up around here. Hit up around all this. Make sure none of this is leaking. Don't see anything right there. No bubbles. So far, so good. I don't see any bubbles. It's been a couple days. I actually left it for longer than 24 hours. Left it for like 48 hours. Now, I'm finally making it back to it, and we're gonna clean up all the edges here with the wire brush, stainless brush, and it looks as if it's held. So let's crack it open, see if there's any air. Oh yeah. I did low pressure because I didn't want the tank to pop out anymore. The bottom kind of popped out. I'm gonna have to flip it over and push it back down. But I'm gonna get all this stuff off and we should be good to go. Got me a stainless brush for my grinder, so I'm gonna run the stainless brush along all these welds right here, just kind of clean them up a little bit. We got all these welds cleaned up. They're looking sharp. Got our tabs cleaned off. They're looking good. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching this video. If you don't care, like and subscribe. Appreciate it.